'cause only you can satisfy my heart. Only you can satisfy my soul. Jesus, Jesus.
We are just questioning, why am I here? The essence of my existence. Why am I created? And all of that. I know, even if it's done now, you are thought about it before. Then when I was young, I usually think about, okay, if I wasn't created, okay, if my mommy was not created, they will not be me. And if there's nobody, they had to be. I just had a lot of questions. Okay, if there's nobody existing, what happens then? There will not be need for school. I won't know my daddy. I won't know my mommy. I won't know my brother. So I just kept on thinking and thinking and thinking loud like that. But the explanation or the definition of purpose is the reason for something being created. About my purpose, you're talking about your purpose, understanding your purpose. So, yes, even everyone that is called by my name, for I've created him for my glory, I formed him, yes, I have made him. So, this 3 verse talked about we were created for his glory. He asks you the purpose for your being alive, the purpose for your existence, for God's glory. So if this chair, like I you want to respond? Okay. Answer. I'll give you an opportunity, please. So that's my purpose. That is not your purpose. Your purpose is actually to glorify God through these things. Your talent, your profession, whatever you do in life, you are to. Colossians chapter 3, verse 17 was talking about in everything that we do, let us give God glory. Let us give God. So it's not, your profession is not giving God. It's, even in your profession is on yes.
Yeah, like when God called, when Jesus Christ called disciples, he told them like,
That is giving God the glory. And when in school, you get
Amen. Amen. So I'll likely put assignment and calling to they fall into purpose. Amen. So purpose is like it's how you it's what you design something for. It's how God designs a man, or what is designed for rather. So it's more like how we have established that is the reason for your
assignment and comes just like the gift of singing. To the best of my understanding, you need to have the gift before maybe you can actually brush it up. If you don't have that,
My purpose in all of this, all those things are access. You do it. So at that point in time, you might be singing, you might have an access to something. And the giftings of man, The Bible says he will make way for him. That is actually what it is. As speaking well, you can connect to somebody, and that alone will give you an access. Everything that you go through in life, or that you have, is actually to glorify God. As about the assignment, I had a reason for asking that question: calling, assignment, and purpose. I said calling is kind of a strong urge into a particular direction. So we always have that. An assignment has to do with a specific task given to us. Now, I would say that every other thing that we have spoken about is actually going to glorify God. Your assignment of our salvation, that was specific to it, God. Purpose is actually the bigger picture. Everything sums up to purpose. So she talked about you actually need to grow out of things. You actually need to know the instructions of God. You actually need to understand that it's time back. So assignments are given to sons. It's like God entrusting you with something. Can you imagine God entrusting me with salvation, with the work of salvation? Every point in our lives, we all have assignments to meet some target people. So God gives us assignments, each and every one of us. So it is us. It's important that I know my assignments, because it's a call to an higher realm of glory. Like, it's a call. It's given to sons. It's like God entrusting you with something. We can see as a pastor, as anything. Everywhere you are, in short, in the body of Christ, we have fivefolds. We have the pastors, we have the evangelists, we have the prophets, we have the teachers, we have, what is the fifth? Apostles. All of us, we fit into this, actually. So you have to understand your assignment. Am I a pastor? In anything, you don't have to be on the people exactly. For the fact that you can sing, I'm just saying, for the fact that you can sing does not mean that that is where you have to understand. You have to hear God.
Purpose, the purpose is being defined. It's like, you can just take your purpose, you get your purpose. The purpose, is, like we said, give glory, to God. But how easy it is, to understand your purpose. It's very difficult. Me, I found it very difficult. I was sharing something with her. I said, okay, if I'm supposed to serve in church, I'm supposed to be here. But God told me I'm supposed to be at the door. He's doing that, I'll give God glory. Not difficult to me to do that, but as soon as God says so, I must prepare myself to do so. So it's what I want to
Yes. So it boils down to relationship with God and trying to understand.
The one thing is so certain. There's nobody that fulfill purpose out of God. You as an individual, you can be fulfilled. Fulfillment comes as a result of your maybe happiness that you derive over what you do, or the joy that you derive over your ability. And it is God that determines the satisfaction a bit. But what we are called to do. Now, when you now look at all these four elements, how they link together, your giftings, the gift of purpose, praise the living Jesus. So when we as a child of, then what is that your calling? If you are accrediting your calling to your gift, you can be in a location whereby God has not made vision or allocation for you.